Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For today's preview, Lions versus Sharks, the final match of the Lions Currie Cup season after their loss against the Western Province on Wednesday, confirmed their fate as not semi-finals participants this season on the back of finishing fourth last Currie Cup and actually sort of having a bit of a late fight back. And I think that if the Lions had sort of hit their straps, but earlier last season they could have actually been Currie Cup contenders, but this season has all fallen apart for them and they have just been out of it. But it's probably not the worst idea, actually, a worst thing for them maybe, to actually have a month, be able to try and go through their restructuring, decide on exactly what's happening, and kind of just sort themselves as a union. For the Sharks, it's an opportunity to sort of fine-tune their game and to sort of start preparing for the semi-finals, looking pretty good for a home semi-final. So, you know, a couple of chances to try and get some players into full fitness, rotate the squad a little bit, and make sure they're in a very good position heading into United Rugby Championship, as well as, of course, the Currie Cup playoffs, and try and get themselves a trophy. Before we look at the two sides, a couple of changes with both sides, some big names back for the Sharks. Please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel. As usual, we are currently being supported by Manscaped, so you can get yourself 20% off as well as free shipping with the code FOREVER. Manscaped is the #1 brand trusted for men's below-the-waist grooming. They are trusted by over 2 million people worldwide and are currently, have just launched in South Africa, one of the first countries to majorly launch in and around the world. So you can get yourself free shipping as well as 20% off with the code FOREVER. Go and check it out on manscaped.com and go and support them. In terms of the teams for this weekend, we will start with the Lions, and a couple of interesting changes, a couple of rotational changes in the front row. Steve Satoli and Carly Sadi are back, but PJ Bush will come into the starting lineup at hooker with Jakob Asaki starting the game on the bench. The two locks, PJ Steenkamp and Ruben Struman, will continue. PJ Steenkamp playing very, very good rugby and has quite a few sort of Lions fans questioning where he's sort of been and why. When we've been talking about the fact that the Lions don't have great lock depth, we haven't seen much from him, but the last couple of games he's been very, very impressive. And Ruben Struman's also sort of growing into his role. Been a bit quiet in the last few games, but has been quite solid this season. In terms of the loose trio, Sibasiso Sangweni trades the #7 jersey for the #6 jersey. No MJ Pulser this weekend. Emmanuel Tutuka comes into the starting lineup at #7. And Travis Gordon-Wilf start the game at #8. Andre Warner and Jordan Henderson will continue their halfback combination. Raz McLana and Steon Pino will continue to be the wings. But there is a small tweak in the midfield as Dan Creel starts in the #1 and #12 jersey. Berger Urdendal shifts to outside centre, which means Wandasila Similani will start the game at fullback. And I don't really like seeing him at fullback. I think he's probably, ironically, in terms of the fit fullbacks we have available, probably the best person at fullback. But he's an outside centre. He's going to play outside centre. He was picked for the box at outside centre, and I don't want it to become, you know, it's easier for us to just move him to full back because, you know, we can maybe handle our centres a bit better. It's too easy, and I think that we're going to ruin his development if we can continue sort of switching him between outside centre and full back. Leave him at centre, give him the opportunity. He's the most exciting #13 in the country at the moment. In the Currie Cup, so let him flourish there. Let him really sort of get to grips with the position and make sure he can sort himself out, so he can push for Springbok selection. The bench is Jakob Asaki, Nathan Macbeth, who started on Wednesday. Asanate and Klabakanya will come off the bench again. Was pretty good at scrum time. Did concede a penalty, but looked like he was really up for it. He's a very good ball carrier, and he's just a complete monster of a unit. Ruan Strali comes into the side, as well as Lunga and Kube, Mandisa Mtiyana as well. So we've gone with a 6-2 split. Have the Lions, Morne van den Berg and Evia Viljoen will cover the back line. Evia Viljoen covering fullback, fly half, as well as campaign in the centres. He's actually played most of his rugby at centre. So a very useful utility back for him. For the Sharks, the big name in his back is that Pepsi Buthelezi is back and will captain the side #8. The front row will be Kwezimana, Dan Jooste, Lawrence Arjanse. And then we're going to see Grobler get it to run out this weekend. So you can see the Sharks really sort of trying to test their depth and give other players opportunities ahead of the United Rugby Championship and kind of assess where their squad is. So Grobler will partner Emil van Heerden. I think, you know, in terms of that tight five, it's good to see sort of the Sharks, and they can bring in a couple of players and test their depth. I think the front row, I've yet to ever been blown away by Lawrence Arjan. So he's a very solid player, but nothing particularly X-factor. Kwezimana, I think, is also someone you need to start sort of coming good, because I think Intutuka Mkuno and Vian Herbst are decent squad players, but nothing that special. And the Sharks will want to get Oxenshare as well as Thomas Toy back as soon as possible. Dan Jooste and Kieran van Vuuren are currently sort of fighting it out to try and even become third choice, with Fez Mbata and Bongi Manambi probably going to be the two preferred players towards the end of the year. The loose trio will be Dylan Richardson, Henko Feta shifts to the number 7 jumper, and Pepsi Buthelezi comes in at number 8. Dylan Richardson getting a man of the match last weekend. Very impressive player. Seems to be settling on the flank, but can play at hooker if needed. Grant Williams, Lionel Cornier, the halfback pairing that dismantled the Bulls, are back, and we should be hoping to fire them to a victory. In terms of the back line, Thakia Abrahams, Yao Penkler, the 2 wings, Anthony Folming at fullback, and the centre pairing of Marius Lowe and Jeremy Ward continues. So nothing too different there. I think Lionel Cornier and Grant Williams are very, very good together because I think they are both very attacking natured. Grant Williams loves to take the ball, go on a bit of a snipe, use his pace. Lionel Cornier very much an inventive flower, quite an attacking-based flower half, so they complement each other quite well. And you've got good attacking options in Abrahams, Marius Lowe, Yao Penkler, Anthony Folming. So, and Lionel Cornier, I think, in my opinion, is probably the best flower half at the Sharks in terms of being able to unlock them. And on the bench, Kevin van Vuuren, Nsuka Mkhuna, and Vian Herbst. Temalani Bolly will be covering lock, and you've got John De Lava-Skakni. Sinead Nahambi comes onto the bench. Buta Chamberlain and Murray Costa will cover the rest of the backline. Murray Costa is a very good young player. Buta Chamberlain sort of playing for his sort of position in the squad, really. Still no sort of complete clarity over where Curran Bosch will be playing in the future, whether he will be remaining at the Sharks. Talks that he might be sort of moving on, and Western Province have been quite heavily linked with him in the past couple of months. But that is how the two lineups are shaping up. The match is at Emirates Airline Park, so the Lions are at home. And knowing then they'll probably go out with a bang and win the game. When it's too late, when the pressure's off, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a very good performance from them, but it will be too little, too late. But if anything, maybe a bit of a glimmer of hope before the major restructure, which is apparently going to happen within the union after this game and sort of ahead of the United Rugby Championship. Rudi Australia has confirmed there will be a coaching restructure because of the Currie Cup that takes place a month from January. Obviously, we'll need to have 2 different coaching setups with 2 different teams, 2 different squads. There needs to be a lot of players, in my opinion, players brought into the Lions side, because there's no ways we're going to have a squad for the United Rugby Championship whilst already relying so heavily on under 20 players, as well as being able to sort of field a Currie Cup squad. So I think we're going to see quite a lot of movement at the Lions in the next sort of month ahead of United Rugby Championship. Let me know what you think is going to happen down in the game below. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, go and check out manscaped.com, 20% off, as well as free shipping with the code FOREVER. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Stephen, and I'll chat to you guys soon.